good one today. Grayson Capps is here. Hey, Grayson.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well, man. How about you?
I'm doing really good, man. I'm just glad to be here.
Yeah.
It's been a while. I think last time we were here was our super group, Willie Sugar Caps.
I think that's right. And you've got Corky Hughes with you here today.
Yes, indeed. He's part of that group.
Yeah, I remember you two guys coming in there. It's nice. Got a new record out?
Relatively. Came out the end of last year. It's called Heartbreak, Misery, and Death. You know, it was a hit for the Christmas season for cheering family and friends up.
It's perfect, yeah.
Perfect title. I figure sad songs actually make me happy, and happy songs make me want to hurt people. So,
yeah, okay. There's some of that. I get that. Grayson and Corky are playing tonight up in Asheville at the Gray Eagle, and they've been kind enough to come by and play some songs with us today. So,
you've been kind enough to have us here.
Yeah, man.
So, we'll do. This is a little preface of this. This is an album of covers, which is unusual for me, because I'm a songwriter and done a lot of records. But my father just passed away, and this is a song when I knew he was getting ill, and it was going downhill. He always wanted me to do this record of songs that I grew up with him and his friend Bobby Long and Fred Stokes, sitting around the house playing these songs that inspired me to play music. And so I put them all together in this compilation. And once I did get it all together, I was like, well, these are some sad-ass songs. They all seem to embody heartbreak, misery, and death, therefore the title. And this is one that I grew up with, and I first heard Fred Stokes sing it, but then one of my favorite versions is Doc Watson. It's called Columbus Stockade Blues. Way down Columbus, Georgia, I wish I was back in Tennessee. Way down that Columbus stockade, my friends have all turned their backs on me. Go and leave me if you wish to. Never let me cross your mind in your heart. You love another. Leave me, little darling, I don't mind. Many a night with you I ramble, countless hours with you I spent. Thought I had your love and your little heart forever. Now I know it's only lent. Go and leave me if you wish to. Never let me cross your mind in your heart. You love another. Leave me, little darling, I don't mind. Last night, as I lay sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. When I woke, oh, I was mistaken. Still, I lie behind these bars. Go and leave me if you wish to. Never let me cross your mind in your heart. You love another. Leave me, little darling, I don't mind. Oh Lord, I got these walking blues.
That's nice. Columbus Stockade Blues is done by Grayson Capps. And fine work from Corky Hughes on the guitar there as well. Hey, I think Winston had that one note. I thought it was good.
Well, it's live, you know.
What a haunting, such a haunting, beautiful song.
I love that song. I always think of that band that's in the Tim Burton film Nightmare Before Christmas.
Right,
There's a
right.
little skeleton band in the
Right.
graveyard.
Yeah.
I always picture them singing that song. That'd be a perfect song for that little skeleton band.
You ever do the
Spooky.
costumes, man? Maybe that's where you need to
Oh,
go.
we do some stuff for Halloween.
Yeah.
Come down and check it out. You'd be surprised.
Arranging that song, that's your arrangement? You guys just sat and kind
You know, it's pretty similar to structure-wise a Doc Watson version. I remember off. I think it's a record called either Memories or The Essential Doc Watson. I can't remember which one.
Are you a guy who likes that and sing along with your Doc Watson records?
Oh yeah, well Doc Watson made me comfortable with my voice because there's a lot of pop songs that people have a capitasto on their testiculo and hit some high notos, you know.
You don't do that?
It's like, ah! You know, but I can when we're rocking with the band, but my natural voice is more right in that realm with Doc Watson.
I was going to say that. You'd hear it.
Yeah, it's comfortable.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What about the picking, Dick? Do you get into the
Oh man,
cross picking and all that?
Yeah. Well, I would love to be able to play like Doc, but you know, he, definitely inspired, but
Not there yet, huh?
no. I mean, I don't think many people are. I mean, there's Billy Strings, you know, and then there was Tony Rice. We were talking about this earlier, but you know, something strange about Doc is that no matter how technically proficient these people are, they never really seem to achieve the emotion that I hear with Doc Watson playing. When he plays, you get the emotion out of every note. It's not necessarily as fast, but it's more touching. You know, that's just his magic, you know.
Yeah.
Old Doc Watson. That was like the...
He also had the most powerful right hand, didn't he? He was just like a jackhammer on that right hand. So, yeah, nice. You mentioned your dad, and condolences for your father's loss, but this was a record. He's all shot through this record, isn't he?
Yeah, these are the only song. These are all songs that he introduced to me, and I put a kind of overplayed song on there. But the reason I did was because it was a song I introduced to him. It's called Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen, but he absolutely, when he first heard that song, fell in love with it. So I put that one on there as a little icing on the gravy for my dad.
So were you a kid when you were listening to your dad? Or you were...
Oh yeah, I mean, I always like to say, I'm a child of the '70s when Evel Knievel was a big deal, and the '60s hit Alabama in the '70s, so I got to experience that with my parents, reciting poetry and playing guitar, and it's like it was all these parties on the weekend, and the excitement and the joy that came out of the music with these people sitting around playing all weekend long, just I know rubbed off on me, and it was just why I love music. I just the joy that music brings, even if it's a sad song, it's exciting.
I looked up your father's bio this morning, just poking around, and there was a quote in there somewhere where he said the best thing he ever did was raising his son. Or I'm paraphrasing maybe.
Oh, well, that's cool. That's
huh?
nice. That's yeah. Thanks for digging that one up.
You didn't know about that, huh?
No.
I know. I'm going to talk about the record. But your father's an amazing guy, right? He's author.
He was great. He's it's just a very well read, and through him, he wanted to introduce me. He was always in the search of God, and he said if he couldn't find God, he wanted to at least find Jed Clampett. But as a search for God, he went through every religion, like, all the forms of Christianity, and that led him, he got, wanted to know about Buddhism, Taoism, Hinduism, Islam, all the isms, Sufism, if I didn't mention that one, and read profusely, and it kind of got summed up by an archaeologist of mythology named Joseph Campbell, who, like my father, had discovered the similarities of all these philosophical approaches to theology and how similar they are. Mm-hmm. And, then he was a Baptist preacher for a little while, but he said he got laid more during that time than any other time in his life, and he realized that it was all a show. He decided to to dig into it a little bit deeper than just to be a showman. Yeah. And so he suffered from depression, and that was part of his genius and madness. He was manic depressive as I was growing up, and that led itself to lots of fun. Mm-hmm. I mean, just like those weekends would just be, he'd be holding court all weekend. And then, when he would go down, he'd go down. And as he got older, it turned into what they just call clinical depression. And he kind of hid out his last 10, 15 years. But when he was on, he was on.
Yeah. I was just going to mention the film, A Love Song to Bobby Long, which was based on his novel, and you were all deep in there too. So
yeah.
People out there might know that movie, and there's
it's a very good movie that you might not have ever heard of, and it stars John Travolta and Scarlett Johansson, and it's called A Love Song for Bobby Long, based on a book my father wrote called Off Magazine Street. And if you have never seen it, it's very beautiful, and I did the music for it, and it's opened the door for more people to discover my music, and discover my father's writing.